battery day. Battery day is coming. Literally, what this is expectations across the board that he may have as much, Elon Musk may have as much as a 1,000,000-mile battery to a battery that lasts much longer than people realize, so you don't have to worry about charging. David.
What's up, guys? I'm back like I never left. In this video, we're going to be talking about Tesla stock. There's going to be a huge catalyst that could potentially affect the stock price in the short term. Battery days coming up in September 22. I'm going to go over it in detail, explain to you guys exactly what are the moves that you can potentially make that can make you money. We also are going to go over exactly what ARK Invest is predicting for battery day. I'm going to walk you through exactly an option trade you can place to make money. I'm also going to go over a quick stock market recap and what to expect for the next coming days. All this important information coming up. Alright guys, so before we get into the video, make sure you smash the like button. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. If you have any questions, any comments, make sure you drop it in the comment section below, guys. So before I go over and talk about in detail about Tesla stock and what are the moves that we expect, I want to do a quick recap of the stock market. We've been having a lot of sell-off that have been happening last week. We are back in the correction territory on Friday. We got the major companies like Apple, Google, Amazon, Microsoft, Facebook, all of them been selling off to the downside. That is having a lot of negative pressure to the downside. However, we're going to go over Tesla stock that have its own catalyst coming up in September 22, so the stock can behave irrespective of what the overall stock market does. As you can see over here, we got Tesla stock trading at $442, and the stock is up 4.42% on Friday, even though the overall stock market is selling to the downside. It closed positive, and after hours, it's also up 1.66%. So a lot of analysts came out and upgraded the stock. One of them, is expecting the stock price to be higher, above $500, and the other one is expecting at around $475. So
Tesla did receive two price target increases, one from Piper Sandler's Alexander Potter. He raised his price target to $515, in part because of Tesla's energy business, expecting Tesla Energy to eventually exceed $200 billion a year in revenue, with Tesla controlling over a third of the market for stationary batteries. And really, Potter saying that demand will really ramp up in the late 20s and 30s as renewable energy grows towards 40% of electricity. And then you have Dan Ives of Wedbush, which raised his price target on Tesla to $475, basically talking about production and demand in China that's stronger than expected for Q3, clear momentum going into the end of the year, pent-up demand for the Model 3. You have the recent price cuts, which are catalyzing strong unit deliveries. And then drum roll, please, of course, the linchpin being Battery Day on September 22nd, with Ives saying expect a number of new potential game-changing battery developments. Could it be the 1,000,000-mile battery? There's a lot of speculation over that 1,000,000-mile battery. Ives speculates that this battery technology will be very advanced, perhaps last for decades, another major milestone for the Tesla ecosystem. Year to date, the stock is up more than 430%. Huge speculation over Battery Day. It's going to be a big week for Tesla next week.
We had two negative catalysts that affected the stock price to drop all the way from above $500 to $330. The first one, of course, Tesla not being included by the S&P 500. The second one is they diluted the shares. So basically they raised more funds by providing more shares to investors. So those are the two negative catalysts. And of course, the overall stock market was going to the downside too. Right now, we're still sitting in the correction territory. We're down 10% of the whole market. That affected the stock price to drop all the way to $330. And at that moment, that's what, ARK Invest started to accumulate their shares. ARK bought more Tesla shares on recent dips. So that was a September 10. That's exactly when you see the huge drop happening right around over here. And they were selling it right when it was approaching $500, not because they wanted to sell it, but they have an overall ETF expectation. If one of their positions goes above 10%, they have to sell it off. So they locked in their profits. And then when the stock price dipped all the way down, they have the opportunity to buy more when it gets cheaper. So that's a good strategy that they have going on over there. They're constantly buying when the Tesla shares drop to the downside. They're accumulating more shares, buying more. So now we're going to go over exactly what to expect for battery days. So ARK Invest is projecting that Tesla battery system costs will drop 40% by 2020. So that is their anticipation prediction that they made a few years ago. They expect the price of the battery for Tesla to drastically drop. That is going to help the company to produce more cars that are going to be more affordable. And if they're affordable, a lot of people are going to be start buying the vehicle, and that in turn is going to increase the revenue, and the company can definitely see exponential growth by delivering more vehicles. So that is what they're expecting in 2020, but they made this prediction a few years ago. So we'll see exactly what's going to happen in September 22, of course, on Battery Day, when Elon Musk is going to announce some of the revolutionary technology that they have and what they're going to be implementing in the next few decades, in the next few years. So definitely expect huge announcement that can potentially affect this stock price significantly. All right, guys, so right now I'm going to show you guys how to place an options trade that has a high probability of a win rate, so you can definitely make money off of it. I'm going to explain to you what is a good entry price and when to sell it. Now let's get right into the video. So as you can see over here, we got Tesla stock in the current, as you see, the option prices are super expensive. If you believe the stock price is going to go to 460, 455, you have to pay 26.43 multiplied by 100. That is 2,643. So that is a lot. So the premium you have to pay to buy these options are really expensive because there's a lot of high implied volatility. They're expecting a huge move to happen. And of course, the expiration date that we are looking at right now is for September 25. And the battery day is going to be in September 22. So one important thing you want to do right now is to open a position. I'm going to explain to you, it's going to be a call debit spread. So what that basically means is that you're going to be looking at going to the options chain, and you're going to be buying the lower strike price, which is going to be the 447, and then you'll be selling the higher strike price. So what you want to be doing is picking the strike prices when Tesla stock opens on Monday morning. So you want to be selling the at the money one. So over here, the 447 and 450, they're closer to be in the money. The 450 and 447 is at the money. So I want to be buying the at the money one, which is 447, and then I'm going to be selling the 450. So let's say that Tesla stock gaps up tomorrow Monday morning to like 492. So you want to be doing it over here for 485 and 490. So that is going to be the thing that you want to be looking at. But on Friday, it closed at 449. So in pre-market on Monday, the stock can potentially gap up, and this price point over here, when you're looking at the share price, it's probably going to be around over here if it gaps up, or it can be lower. You never know what might happen because the overall stock market is trending to the downside. So what you want to do, let me show you how to open the position. So you want to be clicking on the buy button over here. So you're going to click on this buy, and then you're going to click on the sell button over here. Then you click on the 450. As you can see over here, it's going to call, the total cost is going to be 1.18. So the maximum profit you're going to be making, how you calculate it is you subtract 450 minus 443. So that is going to give you 3. And your maximum profit, you're going to subtract the 3 minus the total that you paid right around over here. So let's do the calculations right now so you can be able to do it furthermore in the future too. So it's going to be super easy for you to calculate it. So we're going to be having the 450 over here, the higher strike price that we have, 450 minus the 447. That's going to give us 3. And we're going to be subtracting the one that's going to be, we're going to pay $1 and 1.18. So we're going to subtract minus 1.18. So we're going to be expecting to make, if it works out, 1.82. So you multiply that by 100. Your maximum profit is going to be, if it works out, it's going to be 182. So $182. Your max loss is going to be $118. So this is really good because we're expecting the stock price to eventually spike up right after the market open. There can potentially a rally that can happen till the end of the day, and of course the battery day, that can potentially have a huge gap up that can happen. But however, the exit price point, I'm going to explain to you guys when to exit this specific. If you decide to open it, you can also do open another position that is, you can do the 550, the $500 over here. You can do the 505, the 500, because that is exactly what the resistance price point, recent high that Tesla made. It was around $500. So if you believe the stock can spike up all the way to that price point, you can do a debit spread or a call debit spread over here, and it's not going to cost, it's going to be way cheaper than the one that we opened on the recent one that we did at the money, than opening the one that's at the money right now. So the maximum profit you can make is 182. The maximum loss that you can do is going to be $118. And the exit point that you can possibly do it is, I recommend, is you selling it off before the battery day. So you open it right on a Monday, and you can probably, the stock price can spike up to a lot, it can rally a lot till market close. So you can lock in your profits. And if you are somebody that is, courageous, if you want to hold it, you can hold it till September 22, and the stock, the stock can potentially gap up. You can sell it during battery day, September 22, or you can decide to hold it through, but you never know. But there's a high chance, there's probability that under the market they say buy the rumor, sell the news event that can potentially happen. So ideally, to avoid that, you want to be able to lock in your profit so you can just like close it off. Even though it doesn't go to your maximum profit, you're going to be making money, so you can just close out your position. And if you believe it's super cheap, you know, it only costs like $118 to get involved in the position, you can just hold it through if you want to until expiration, which is going to be September 22. So it's up to you, but I recommend that you sell it off because it can be buy the rumor, sell the news event that can happen. And of course, your Tesla stock can potentially go higher and higher and higher, but our contracts can potentially expire in September 25. So that's going to be how you can open up a position, which is going to be called debit spread. You buy the at the money ones, and you're going to be selling the slightly out of the money one. So that is going to be exactly how you open position. And make sure that on Monday you want to be opening it. You don't have to pick the specific strike price that I talk about. You know, on Monday in pre-market, as I mentioned, the stock price can open at like 5, you know, it can open up like 480 or something, 481. So you want to be doing right when the market opens. You buy the 480, you sell the 485. Specifically how the stock price opens up. So that's going to be your strategic plan. You're going to be selling it off right before market close, or you can hold it through the battery day announcement where there's going to be huge volatility happening. But this is really a good risk to reward. You know, it's close to 50-50. You know, you can make money or lose money, but it's not going to be that much to cost if you really miss, if you want to participate on it. And of course, you're somebody that wants to buy and hold this company for the long term. This is going to be a fantastic opportunity, you know, for you to the ideal price point to buy it was around $330. But if you're somebody that is really wanting to get involved in Tesla, you can buy it. You can get a quick profit off of it. You can sell it off right before the market, right before when they announce the battery day announcements, through their presentations, you know, some of the technology that they're going to be announcing, you can sell it off. But of course, a lot of eyeballs are going to be on this stock, so be super careful. This is going to be the strategy that you can potentially use. And also you need to be you have options level 3 activated on your Robinhood account to specifically do the call debit spread on your account that I explained to you. That is the way you do it. If you have any questions, of course, you can just drop in the comments section below, or you can join the Discord chat, or you can hit me up if you need some tutoring and things like that. You can email me. I can definitely help you out with options if you want more detailed explanation of how to get involved in options and make money, guys. That's going to be it for this video. If you have any questions, any comments, make sure you drop in the comment section below. Make sure you have a solid plan when to get in, when to get out if you decide to get involved in Tesla stock, because there's going to be a major volatility happening within the next few days, guys. So, but I catch you guys on tomorrow's video. Peace out.